Let's talk about a word, a simple Italian word that you've probably seen 100 times. But behind this one little word is a whole world of meaning, stretching from business and banking all the way to psychology and even everyday slang. Let's get into it.
So, picture this. You're walking down a gorgeous street in Italy. You peek into a shop window and you see this sign, sconto 50%. Easy, 50% off. It's just a discount, right?
Well, not so fast, because sconto is so much more than just a price cut. We're about to peel back the layers on this thing, and I promise you are never going to look at that word the same way again. All right, so first things first, let's start with the meaning of sconto that everybody knows and loves, the most straightforward one. So where does this word even come from? It's Latin, ex computare, which literally means to take something off the count or off the bill. And in its most basic commercial sense, that's exactly what it is. It's a price reduction. Its job is to get you to buy something. Simple enough. But right here is where our story starts to get really interesting. Okay, so what happens when sconto escapes the shop window and just starts wandering around in everyday conversation? Well, this is where its meaning really starts to transform. Okay, imagine your friend tells you a joke, but the punchline is so obvious you saw it coming a mile away. In Italian, you might sigh and say this, "Ma, what does a discount have to do with a lame joke?" See, in this case, scontato has nothing to do with money. It means the joke was obvious, it was predictable, it was a total cliché. The surprise has been taken off, just like a discount takes money off a price. It's a pretty brilliant piece of linguistic magic, if you ask me. Now for another really common phrase. Let's say you walk into your favorite cafe first thing in the morning. You might think this to yourself. It basically means, I'm just assuming there are croissants.
Dare per scontato is one of the biggest idioms using this word. It means you're taking something for granted. You're treating it as a sure thing without even thinking twice. You have taken off any possibility of it being untrue.
And now for a much tougher, more forceful side of the word. You might say this about a super strict professor, a tough-as-nails coach, or maybe a relentless opponent in a game. In this context, non fare sconti, to not give discounts, means you are totally and completely uncompromising. This person gives you no breaks, no mercy, no wiggle room. They take off any chance for leniency and hold everyone to the absolute highest standard. Okay, let's head back to the world of business for a minute, because even there, sconto has a really specific meaning that separates it from other kinds of price cuts. We need to talk about its close cousin, a word called abbuono. The key difference here is all about the why. Why is the price being reduced? A sconto is proactive. It's a marketing tool, like a holiday sale, designed to get you to buy something. And a buono, on the other hand, is reactive. It's an allowance given to you to fix a problem after you've already bought something. Here's a perfect example. You order 1,000 widgets, but when they show up, 100 of them are broken. The seller doesn't give you a sconto, they give you an abbuono on the invoice to make things right. See, it's a correction, not a promotion. It's a subtle but absolutely critical difference in the business world. All right, prepare yourselves. We're now diving into the most complex and maybe the most powerful layer of sconto, the world of finance. This is where the word becomes a fundamental tool for managing cash flow. So, what on earth is a bank discount, or a sconto bancario? Well, to put it simply, it's a way for a business to get paid for a job right now, even if their client isn't due to pay the bill for another 30, 60, or even 90 days. It's a type of short-term financing. Let's make this real. Imagine your company just finished a big project. You've sent the invoice for 10,000 euros, but you can't wait 2 months for that cash to land in your account. You've got payroll to make, you've got rent to pay. What do? Well, you take that unpaid invoice to your bank, and the bank essentially buys that future debt from you. They give you the cash, almost all of it, right then and there on the spot. So where's the sconto in this whole deal? It's that little bit the bank keeps for itself. That's its fee, its cut. They gave you the cash up front and took on the risk of collecting it later. In return, what got taken off for your business? The wait time, the uncertainty. The bank has literally discounted the future value of your money. It's an incredibly powerful financial tool, all hidden inside that one little word. So, from shop windows to slang to bank contracts, we've seen just how versatile this word is. But let's end this by going all the way back to that first, most familiar meaning and ask a really simple question. Why do we love discounts so much?
You might think bigger is always better, but some fascinating research shows that a 15% discount is actually a kind of sweet spot. It's just enough to nudge a loyal customer to buy, but not so huge that it only attracts those one-time bargain hunters who will never come back and pay full price.
20%. That seems to be the magic number. For most of us, this is the threshold where a simple price cut starts to feel like a genuinely special offer. It really grabs our attention and feels substantial. And finally, how you frame the deal is everything. It comes down to something called the rule of 100. For things under $100, a percentage sounds way bigger. 25% off a $20 shirt sounds better than $5 off. But for expensive stuff, a big fat dollar amount hits harder. $500 off a $2,000 laptop just feels more massive than 25% off. Same value, totally different feeling.
So, from a simple price cut to a predictable joke, from taking things for granted all the way to a complex financial instrument, sconto is one powerful word. And it leaves us with one last thought. The next time you see that sign in a window, ask yourself, is it just a reduction in price, an assumption of certainty, or something else entirely? What exactly is being taken off the bill?